To adapt is to thrive. To thrive is to transform. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to navigate life's twists and turns with ease, effortlessly morphing into whatever the moment requires? Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Sigma females and their extraordinary ability to shapeshift. What drives these enigmatic women to continuously adapt and transform? Buckle up, because we're about to explore the 9 unique traits that make Sigma females true masters of their own destiny. At number 1, to test their own abilities. Test and expand their limits. Sigma females are like their own personal science experiments. They love testing their own limits and seeing just how far they can push themselves. By shapeshifting, they can dive into different roles and situations like a thrill seeker trying out new rides at an amusement park. It's all about figuring out what they're truly capable of and finding new strengths they didn't know they had. They might take on a leadership role one day and switch to a creative project the next just to see how they handle it. It's like they're constantly running their own version of Mythbusters, but instead of testing if a car can fly, they're testing if they can thrive in any situation. It's an ongoing challenge that keeps them sharp and constantly learning. And let's be real, there's a certain thrill in pulling off something you weren't sure you could do. For Sigma females, it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey and the cool stories they collect along the way. Each new persona or role they try out is another notch in their belt, adding to their already impressive repertoire of skills and experiences. So while others might stick to what they know, Sigma females are out there pushing boundaries and finding new ways to surprise themselves. Number 2, so they don't explain their unusual life. Avoid the burden of justifying their unconventional life. Sigma females often live lives that don't fit neatly into any one category, which means they'd spend half their time explaining themselves if they didn't know how to shapeshift. By adapting to different environments, they can blend in without drawing unnecessary attention or questions. It's like having a social camouflage that lets them glide through situations without getting bogged down by the "so what exactly do you do" interrogation. They dodge these awkward conversations because honestly, who has the energy to explain a non-linear career path or unconventional hobbies to every curious bystander? By shapeshifting, they present whatever version of themselves is easiest for the current audience to digest. It's not about being deceptive, it's about choosing peace over endless explanations. Instead of trying to get everyone to understand their unique lifestyle, Sigma females use their adaptability to keep things simple. They give people what they need to see at that moment, allowing them to focus on what's important, rather than getting caught up in lengthy clarifications. This way, they maintain their privacy, conserve their energy, and move through life without having to justify every unconventional choice they make. Number 3. To get to where they want to faster. Accelerate personal and professional growth. Sigma females have a knack for getting where they want to go faster than most, like taking a secret shortcut that nobody else knows about. They adapt to their surroundings like chameleons, blending in when necessary or standing out when it benefits them. This adaptability means they can bypass the usual hurdles and red tape that slow others down. They might change their approach or even their appearance to suit the situation, slipping through obstacles like water through a crack. Whether it's switching up their communication style to match the audience or dressing the part for a crucial meeting, they know how to play the game to their advantage. This isn't about being fake, it's about being smart and strategic. They save time by not getting bogged down in the same old routine. While others are busy climbing the corporate ladder rung by rung, Sigma females are more likely to find the elevator. Their ability to read a room and pivot on a dime means they can seize opportunities quickly, turning potential setbacks into springboards. So while everyone else is stuck in traffic, they're already at the destination, feet up, sipping a well-deserved drink. If you're finding this exploration into the world of Sigma females and their shape-shifting abilities intriguing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more insightful content like this. Join our community of curious minds as we continue to uncover the fascinating traits and stories that make each of us uniquely extraordinary. Number 4. Enhance learning. enhance learning beyond traditional paths. Sigma. Females often steer clear of the beaten path, preferring to learn through real-life adventures rather than textbooks. They jump into different scenarios like a kid diving into a ball pit, soaking up unique lessons from each one. This isn't your standard classroom learning. It's more like guerrilla education. They might pick up negotiation skills while haggling at a flea market, or learn patience from dealing with a bureaucratic nightmare at the DMV. Each new experience is a puzzle piece, adding to their ever-growing, multifaceted skill set. Instead of sticking to one script, they dabble in different roles, like trying on costumes in a thrift store. This gives them a broader perspective and a bag full of tricks that conventional education systems simply can't provide. By engaging with various environments and challenges, Sigma females become jacks of all trades with the kind of practical knowledge that leaves traditional learners in the dust. It's like being a Swiss Army knife in a world full of single-use tools. Number 5. Navigating a male-dominated world. Sigma. Females navigate male-dominated worlds with the finesse of a skilled tightrope walker. They know that traditional power structures are often designed by and for men, but they don't let that stop them. Instead, they shapeshift to maneuver through these environments strategically. When faced with a room full of alpha males, they might adopt a confident, assertive demeanor, matching their energy and speaking their language. It's like playing a game of charades where they're always a step ahead, knowing exactly which role to take on to get what they want. They can read the room, figure out what's needed, and switch gears without missing a beat. They might switch from being the silent observer to the outspoken advocate, depending on what the situation calls for. This ability to adapt ensures they're not just surviving in male-dominated spaces, but actually thriving. It's like they have an invisibility cloak they can whip out whenever needed, blending in just enough to get by and then shining when the spotlight hits. Humorously, they might think of it as being the ultimate undercover agent, James Bond, but better. They don't just blend in, they infiltrate, influence, and innovate, often leaving the men wondering how they got outplayed so effortlessly. It's a game of chess where they're always thinking several moves ahead, using their adaptability to navigate and conquer spaces that weren't initially designed for them. In doing so, Sigma females not only carve out their own space, but also pave the way for others to follow. They show that it's not about fitting into a mold, it's about breaking the mold entirely and creating new paths. So while others are busy playing by the rules, Sigma females are out there rewriting them. Number 6, to conserve their energy, optimize energy use. Sigma females are masters of conserving their energy, and shapeshifting is their secret weapon. Instead of wasting time and effort trying to fit into rigid expectations, they adapt to their surroundings, saving their energy for what really matters. It's like having a built-in efficiency mode, switching to the path of least resistance. They know that battling every little challenge head-on is a surefire way to burn out. So they pick their battles wisely. By adapting their behavior and presentation to match the situation, they avoid unnecessary conflicts and hassles. It's not about being a pushover, it's about being smart with their resources. Why engage in a draining debate when they can sidestep it entirely by shifting gears and blending in? Their shape-shifting abilities allow them to conserve mental and emotional energy, which they can then channel into their passions and goals. They avoid the exhausting cycle of constantly explaining themselves or fighting to be understood. Instead, they glide through social and professional settings, expending minimal energy on fitting in and focusing on what's truly important. This strategic energy conservation means they can stay sharp, focused, and ready for the big challenges when they come. It's like running a marathon, but knowing exactly when to sprint and when to pace yourself. Sigma females keep their eye on the prize, using their shape-shifting skills to navigate life's hurdles efficiently and effectively. So while everyone else is running in circles, they're effortlessly moving forward, saving their strength for when it really counts. Number 7, to move from past struggles. Move beyond past traumas. Sigma females often use shape-shifting to move on from past struggles. Instead of letting their past define them, they reinvent themselves like hitting the refresh button on a glitchy computer. This ability to adapt and transform helps them leave behind old baggage and embrace new opportunities without being weighed down by previous hardships. By shifting their personas, they can escape the roles and labels that have held them back. It's like ditching an old, uncomfortable outfit for something that fits perfectly. This fresh start allows them to approach life with a renewed sense of purpose and confidence. They're not running away from their past. They're just not letting it dictate their future. The humor in this lies in how they can switch things up so seamlessly. One day, they might be seen as the quiet introvert, and the next, they're the life of the party. It's like watching a chameleon at work, changing colors to suit its environment. They can laugh at the idea of their old selves, knowing they have the power to reinvent and improve continually. This shape-shifting is their way of saying, that was then, this is now. It's about breaking free from past struggles and showing the world, and themselves, that they're not defined by what they've been through. They're defined by what they choose to become, and with their adaptability, the possibilities are endless. So while others might be stuck in their old stories, Sigma females are busy writing new, exciting chapters. Number 8. Resilience in changing circumstances. Thrive amidst constant change. Sigma females are pros at thriving in changing circumstances. Life can throw curveballs, but instead of panicking, they treat it like an ever-evolving game. They know that rigidity is a recipe for disaster, so they stay flexible and adaptable. It's like they're carrying a mental Swiss Army knife, ready to switch tools at a moment's notice. When plans go sideways, they don't fall apart. Instead, they pivot, adapting to the new reality with ease. It's almost as if they have a built-in GPS that recalculates the route whenever they hit a roadblock. This ability to stay calm and adjust quickly means they're often the ones who come out on top, even when everything around them is in chaos. And they do it all with a sense of humor. While others might be freaking out over a sudden change at work or a personal setback, Sigma females might just shrug and say, well, here we go again. Their resilience isn't just about survival. It's about finding joy and opportunity in the unexpected. They see change not as a threat, but as a chance to grow and discover new strengths. This adaptability makes them incredibly resilient. They bounce back from setbacks like they've got springs in their shoes. Instead of being knocked down, they rise to the challenge, often stronger and wiser than before. It's this unflappable nature and ability to roll with the punches that set Sigma females apart, allowing them to navigate life's unpredictable nature with grace and a good laugh. Number 9. Crafting authentic but fluid identities. Sigma. Females are all about crafting authentic yet fluid identities. They understand that being true to oneself doesn't mean being static. Instead, they embrace the complexity of their personalities, switching things up as needed while staying genuine. It's like having a wardrobe full of different outfits, each one representing a different facet of who they are, and they're not afraid to mix and match. They might show their serious professional side at work, then let their quirky, creative side shine with friends. This isn't about being fake. It's about expressing the full spectrum of their identity. They're like social chameleons, but instead of changing color to hide, they do it to highlight the richness of their character. Humorously, you could say they're like the ultimate shape-shifting superheroes. They don't just wear one cape, they have a closet full of them, each one suited to a different mission. They understand that life is too diverse to be lived through a single lens, so they switch things up to keep it interesting and authentic. By being fluid in their identity, Sigma females can engage deeply in varied contexts, always staying true to a different part of themselves. This flexibility allows them to connect with a wide range of people and experiences, gathering insights and building relationships that a one-dimensional persona could never achieve. In essence, they show that authenticity doesn't mean rigidity. It means embracing the many layers of who they are and presenting the right layer at the right time. So while others might struggle to keep up with life's demands, Sigma females are already ahead of the game, confidently navigating through their multifaceted world with grace and a good dose of humor. In conclusion, Sigma females exemplify the art of shape-shifting in a world that demands flexibility and resilience. Through their ability to adapt, they enhance their learning, accelerate their progress, and sidestep the need to justify their unconventional lives. They test their limits, conserve their energy, and move forward from past struggles with a unique blend of humor and determination. Their resilience in ever-changing circumstances not only sustains them, but propels them forward, turning challenges into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones. As we unravel the complexities of what it means to be a Sigma female, one thing remains clear. Their ability to shapeshift isn't just a skill. It's a superpower that empowers them to thrive in a dynamic world. Thanks, Queens, for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now, and God bless.